Hello, welcome. Question 10A, WASSCE 2025 Nigerian edition. The cost in terms of C of feeding some students in a class is partly constant and partly varies as the number of students in terms of N in the class. So for 8 students, the cost is $70, and for 10 students, the cost is $90. We have to find an expression for C in terms of N and also find the cost of feeding 12 students. So this is a partial variation. So we can have the variation as C varies partly as a constant. Then we let the first constant be A. Then it also varies as the number of students, which is going to have a variation of what? Another constant. So we can have C equals to A, and C is varying as this, which implies that C equals to a constant times what? N. So putting the two together to form an equation, this gives us C equals to A plus B N, where A and B are what? Constant. So A is the first constant, the B is a constant of what? Variation. So A is a fixed constant. All right. So here, when we have N equals to the first number of people, 8, then the cost of feeding them become 70. So by substitution, we are going to have 70 equals to A plus N being 8. So 8B. Both A and B are known. So we have the first equation. Then for a second, when the N is now 10 people, the cost of feeding them become what? $90. So we can also have 90 equals to A plus 10B as the second equation. So these are the two equations we are going to solve simultaneously in order to find A and B. Looking at A having the same coefficient, it will be easy to eliminate by subtraction. So we can say that, let's say, equation 2 minus equation 1, meaning 90 minus 70, that will give you 20, equals to A minus A, that will give you 0. 10B minus 8B will give you 2B. So we can easily eliminate the coefficient there by dividing through by what? 2. That make B equals to what? 10, right? So B is going to be 10. Now, if this is put into any of the equations, we can also find that of what? A. So let's put B equals to 10 in equation what? 1, which is going to be 70 equals to A plus 8 times B, which is 10. That makes this 80. So 70 minus 80 equals to A. Now A is going to be negative 10. So the first constant, which is A, negative 10. The second constant is going to be a positive 10. So the first part of the question, which is asking for, let's see if we can, we are asking for an expression of C. So the relation connecting C and N become, we have C still equals to A, which is now going to be negative 10 plus B, which is 10N. So this is a relation between them. We can also write this first before the negative, as in C equals to 10N minus what? 10. So that the negative become the second term from there. So this is the relation connecting the first part of the question. Then for the second part of the question, we are asked to find the cost when the number of students increase to what? 12. So we can only say that when N is equals to 12, C become 10 times 12 minus 10, picking from the second relation. And that is going to be 120 minus 10. And the cost, therefore, okay, let's see, equals to what? 110. Therefore, the cost is going to be, in terms of dollar, 110 what? Dollars. That is the cost of feeding 12 people. I guess the concept is clear. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and come back for more.